Good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, everyone. My name is Sheriff. Today, let's talk about how we can renew our resident permit in Turkey. So, I have never given my permit to anyone to do it for me before, like never. From day one, right from day one, when I came here, I have been doing my own thing. So I know that, and I have been doing. If I'm not mistaken, I have had resident permits for people, even more than 50 people. More than 50 people, I have done it for them. So I have that couple of experience, both married couple, Americans and then Africans and as well. So I know in tourist business and then health, resident permit, all kind of resident permit, I have had experience in those areas. So I'm going to explain how we can renew our residence, because for the first time, getting a first resident permit is so easy, but renewing it has a different process, which we don't know. I know most of the people got rejected when they want to renew their permits based on certain things. Now, one of the biggest mistakes we all do is that after we get our permit, the key thing here is that you have to go to the back to the immigration or nüfus. Nüfus means population census, to register your address with them. Because the next time you are going to renew your resident permit, they don't expect you to submit a contract anymore. No. The contract is for the first time. For the second time, your address is already in the system. In case you have changed your address, you go back to immigration and change your address in the system. So in that case, I'm going to say like a lot of things that you need to know, where to get those contracts and how to do it. But I'm going to take it step by step. Now, when you get the first resident permit, we all get excited. We all happy on those things. But after some times, we have to renew the permit. So some of the mistakes that we do is that after you get your first permit, you have to go and register your address in the system. That, hey, listen, I have gotten my permit and I want to live in this house. So this is the house that I'm living now. Even if you go to open a bank account and your address is not in the system, they will not do it for you. They'll ask you to go back to the nüfus or the immigration to do the address registration. Now, after you get a permit, as I said, you get to go and register your address in the system. The second thing is that now you have to give them a reason why you have to stay. This is very important. So this is why sometimes people come in for the first time for the tourist visa. So after they were the tourist visa, then now that they got the first permit, now they are going to renew again. Then they forgot. There are so many ways to change it. Okay, if you are very young or you are that person who like education, quickly switch to education, because education is the easiest way to get permits in Turkey. It's the easiest way. You just have to go and get some school and register and pay school fees, and then go and get your permit. Then do whatever you want to do. Every semester, you just go and pay the school fees, then you go. Okay, you can take one course. If you like, don't go to school, it's up to you. But some point in time, they may send letter to the immigration, so you have to go once in a while to check and then come back. The next thing is that after that, when you are going to, after you get because the key thing is that you have to register your address in the system. That is it. That's the key thing here. So this is a mistake most people do. Because if you didn't register your address in the system, it's just like you are just a random person, you don't have a place to stay, but you are still taking advantage of the little time they give you for you to stay here. So in order for you to prevent this or to save this, go and register your address in the system. In that case, then you go the same process what you did the first time. But this time around, do not submit your house contract, but submit address system certificate. Now, how can you get address system certificate, for example? Now, in Turkey, there's something they call e-Devlet. e-Devlet is a platform, it's a government application that you can get so many things that you can think of. If you're a student, you can get a transcript from that app, and when you use that transcript to any institution, it is acceptable. Even if on e-Devlet, you can even see the hospitals that you have visited before. Even if with your passport, you can see them. Is on e-Devlet you can confirm, or you can what's the name? You can confirm if the document is correct, authentic or not. Because they have a barcode system over there. You put a number and the document will show. Whoever gives that document will show or will tell that this document is from this institution and it is authentic. So e-Devlet is something that you need to go get, which on e-Devlet platform, you can get your address system over there, and then you can use that to apply for your resident permit renewal. That is it. So there's not anything. So if you see any consultancy company or consultant agency, this is what it's going to do for you. He'll ask you, he'll take you to the PTT, which is a Turkey post office. When you go there, then they will give you an e-develop password. Then they'll take to immigration, go and register your address. That's all. Then after that, they will do the same thing for you. What I'm saying, it's not anything big. So in that case, just like you, after you get your first permit, make sure that you now make yourself official in the system, and that's all. Because if you make yourself official in the system, you can open bank accounts. You don't have to submit any address certificate from any nufus. You don't have to do anything. You just have to give them a resident permit card, and you are good to go. And that is it. So this is some of the technical. These are the most important things that you need to understand before you can renew your permit. So if you like it, just like and share. If you have any question, I'm going to leave my number on the screen somewhere. Just make sure that you contact me, and then if you have any question, write me on WhatsApp. I'll try to answer you at any time. I'll try to answer you. All right.